A couple of years ago, I tried Inktober with ink. I love color and working in black and white was really frustrating for me. So I gave up after a week. At that time, I thought that you had to stick to the rules. But in art, rules are meant to be broken. So this year, I give myself permission to make Inktober, but with gouache. But what is Inktober, you may ask? It's an annual art challenge that takes place in October and that is supposed to be made with ink, hence the name Inktober. And this movement is worldwide now. Every October, everyone is using either the official prompt list that I paste here or their personal list, and you are not compelled to do each and every prompt. You can decide to make just one over two or one per week or whatever you decide. You know, gouache is my favorite medium. It's so versatile and it's also very forgiving for beginners once you know a thing or two about it. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that art doesn't have to be perfect. It's more important to enjoy the process than to try to reach perfection, because perfection is a nonsense in art. With gouache, you can rework your painting, you can add layers, you can cover up mistakes if needed. So it relieves a bit of the pressure that you have when you are drawing something with ink, because ink is final. There is no turning back. And I know that's part of the fun, that's part of the process to enjoy drawing with ink. If you draw directly, of course, if you are using a sketch under, it's a bit different. But I think that gouache is more forgiving than ink, and it gives you the freedom to explore without the fear of it. Or maybe it is just me that doesn't like ink. I don't know. I think the mindset when you approach Inktober or any kind of challenge like this is to not to compare yourself to other artists, because you will see a ton of other artists sharing their arts and you can be intimidated either by the ideas they had, because some prompts are very open to imagination and you can almost do anything with such a prompt. I think about Rome, for example. Well, you can have a lot of things in your mind. So you can be intimidated by the ideas of other people or by their technique, because some people are really good with ink and they do incredible things. But I think you have to look at it like an inspiration and not like a comparison. Being an artist is having your own voice and showing the world the way you see it to others. So don't compare yourself. Don't be ashamed of what you do. On the opposite, you have to be proud of what you do. And even if your posts don't reach the same amount of views and likes like other people, well, it doesn't really matter, because I see posting on Instagram daily during Inktober more like a commitment to myself. It's kind of, yes, I'm involved in that and I want to go to the end of it. But I don't mind if people watch my posts. Well, not too much. And following a prompt list like that, well, it has its own challenge by itself, because some of them I would have never chosen them and I have to deal with it. And also I've noticed in the list you have a lot of things that you can do with manufactured objects, and this is my nemesis. I really hate drawing things with straight lines, geometric shapes. It's really not my jam, but this year I want to push myself in this direction just because I want to improve. And this year I'm working in a craft sketchbook, and this is something that is really cool to use with gouache because the colors are popping out on the craft paper. You can use very bright colors or very pastel colors and they will really stand out. This is, the first time I work so much in craft and I really enjoy this process. And for this painting specifically, I thought I needed a black outline. This is not something I do usually, but same, I want to push myself outside of my comfort zone because this is where you grow as an artist and this is where you can learn new things, discover new things. I'm pretty happy with the results, not completely entirely happy, but one of my goals with this Inktober is to stick to things under 30 minutes per prompt. So I have to make decisions, be quick with what I paint, and I know I'm a quick painter, but 30 minutes, sometimes it's really short amount of time. So bear with me, I'm not looking for perfectionism, I'm looking for enjoying the process, having fun with myself, commit to the end of the challenge, fill my sketchbook, and share my process with you. So let's see if I can stick until the end. For the next 7 prompts, I'm focusing on painting manufactured objects. As I said, not something I like. So I want to push myself, I want to try new things. So stick with me and watch this video when it's available to watch my progress with man-made items.